Hello and welcome to the Met Office 10-day trend. During the last few months, we've had quite large oscillations in the UK weather between mild and wet one week to cold and dry the next. And the next 10 days is no exception. It will be cold at first, there'll be frost, ice, and for some, there will be snow. But by next week, it turns milder. Wind and rain replace the cold and dry. So far this week, we've been in a battleground across the UK with mild and wet to the west, cold and dry to the east, and both jostling for attention. But that cold air to the east, well, it's dense and it does hold back the jet stream, and it will make more of an impression on our weather over the next few days. You can see how these blues start to move westwards. We'll see the cold air arrive across all parts by the end of Friday. However, the jet stream is also picking up strength, and by the weekend it will have enough oomph in it to push that cold, dry air out of the way, and these low pressures will return, bringing wind, rain, but also milder air into next week. Not really a mild day on Thursday, though. Plenty of cold air across the country, plenty of sunshine, mind you, across Scotland, England, Wales as well. Temperatures typically 4 to 6 degrees. A few flurries of rain and sleet at lower levels across eastern England, eastern Scotland. A few flakes of snow over the Grampians, perhaps over the Pennines and the North York Moors. Nothing significant, though. Most places enjoy a dry, bright, crisp day, and under those clear skies, temperatures plummet. Thursday night into the start of Friday, a widespread frost away from coasts and away from Northern Ireland. We'll see temperatures -2 to -4 degrees quite widely, and in some spots as low as -8 degrees. Sheltered parts of East Wales, West Midlands, Scotland. So a bit of frost to start the day on Friday, but beautiful sunshine from the word go. A few more wintry flurries into eastern Scotland, northeast England. Most places, though, stay dry through Friday, cold and crisp. And it is cold quite widely across the UK. These are the maximum temperatures on Friday afternoon. Even colder air to the east, but mild air to the west awaits. And at this point, later Friday, we'll start to see the first of the rain bands push in, and as that pushes in across the country, meeting the cold air through the early hours of Saturday, there is the risk of snowfall coming down across parts of Wales into northern England and Scotland, not quite reaching eastern parts of the country at this stage, and it does tend to peter out through the morning. But could see some lying snow across the Grampians, the Highlands, the Pennines, Snowdonia as we start off Saturday, maybe some patchy snow at lower levels as well. A more concerted push of Atlantic weather arrives into the southwest by the afternoon of Saturday. The winds pick up and the rain turns heavier. An inch or two of rainfall likely over western hills and the southwest in particular. 13 degrees in the southwest, but we keep the cold air further north and east. And that means that as this heavy rain traverses across the country, there is the risk of snowfall in places. Now, at the moment, the highest risk areas across Scotland and into northeast England through Saturday night. Lower levels possibly, but yes, over the Pennines, North York Moors, the southern uplands of the Grampians and Highlands, more likely to see some significant snowfall. But still some uncertainties because of uncertainties over the position and the timing of the low pressure that brings the rain and the snow. So at the moment it's a case of stay tuned to the forecast because details may change over the next few days. The winds will be picking up, and overnight on Saturday, well, there's the risk of gales in western areas and northern parts of Britain accompanying the unsettled weather. So lots going on over the weekend, but much of it is on Saturday, because by the end of Saturday night, we're likely to see a bit of a change in the weather. The cold air is out of the way, the rain bands are gone, and then brighter skies for many of us on Sunday, but further showers move in because we've still got low pressure close to the northwest, and we'll see showers into northern and western Britain. By this stage, snow confined to hills because temperatures will have bounced back to around average for the time of year. Into the start of next week, a fine start on Monday. Brief ridge of high pressure, but low pressure out to the west, well, it's waiting in the wings because we've got an active jet stream by now. We've opened the gates to this westerly influence. We've shoved the cold air out of the way and we've got low pressure instead. And that's effectively how things are expected to remain throughout next week. What does that low pressure mean for our weather? It means there will be bouts of wind and rain. There'll be sunshine and showers in between the wind and rain. Often it will be blustery. But on the whole, it will be less cold than we expect over the next few days. Calling it milder would be overdoing it, but certainly it looks like quite a different picture into next week. Lots going on, especially as we head into the weekend. More details on that can be found online.